Hello everyone, welcome to my class, and in today's video I will be explaining one of the most important topic of English grammar, that is clause. Okay, so in my previous video I had already explained you regarding phrases. Okay, now phrases was also a group of words, but there was a lack of subject and verb, or it doesn't give us the complete thought. Now talking about clauses. Let's check the properties or the characteristics of clauses first. So a clause is also a group of words, okay? But the new point here is it has a subject and verb, alright? And it gives us complete thought or complete meaning, but not always. Now this one is a bit a confusing part, which I will explain in the later half, okay? But just remember that a clause, it has a subject and a verb, and it can give a complete thought, alright? But not always, in the sense it can give a complete thought or a complete meaning, or it cannot give. It depends upon the type of sentences, right? Now for example, if I say he loves, now here he is a subject and love is a verb. So it means that it is fulfilling the conditions of being a clause. But still, if you see the sentence, this sentence doesn't make a complete sense. He loves, right? So it is something becoming an incomplete. But similarly, another example, if I say Ram loves chips. So subject, verb, it is already there. But in the second sentence, it makes a complete thought. Now here the point is, both are clauses. Alright? So both the sentence which you see here is the clause. Now here I am talking about this gives us a complete thought, but not always. There might be certain confusions regarding what about sentence. We have learned that sentence is also a group of words which gives us a complete meaning, which makes a complete sense. But here I am talking about the clauses. The clauses can also give a complete sense, or it cannot give us a complete sense. Alright? For example, here if I write, he loves when I become angry. Here I am just trying to differentiate between sentence and a clause. Okay, what is the difference? Now as you can see that I have used, there are two clauses, one and this one is another clause. Right? So if you see the whole, it makes a sentence. Understood? So he loves when I become angry. Now this whole sentence, so this whole is a complete sentence. So what we have learned from here is that a unit of clauses, a small unit of clauses makes a complete sentence. Okay, but what is the similarity here is both we have used a clause, but here in the second sentence it is a sentence itself and it is also considered as a clause. Now how it is possible, we will check in the next video. Okay, so to understand the concept more clearly, alright, about what exactly is the sentence and what exactly is the clause, first let us see the types of clauses that we usually will come across with. Okay. Now as I said that a clause has a subject and verb, but in spite it sometimes it doesn't gives us the complete thought. Alright? Why? Basically clauses are of two types, that is a main clause, or we say independent clause, and next one is subordinate or dependent clause. Now with the word independent and dependent, we can easily identify that what kind of clauses I am talking about. But please make sure that I am talking about clause, whether it is main clause or subordinate clause, there is always a subject and a verb. But it doesn't mean that every clause has to be a meaningful. Alright? It can give us a complete thought or it cannot. Right? So that we learn. Now see, now talking about main clause first. Main clause is independent. Independent is which? It doesn't depend upon another sentence to make a complete thought. For example, Vivek loves chips. Here, subject is there, verb is there. I told you already, I have given the same example. So, this one is considered as your independent clause. Or, we can say that independent clause is a type of a sentence. Why? Because it is fulfilling the conditions of being a sentence. What is a sentence? A sentence is a group of words which makes a complete sense. So if you check this sentence, this is also considered as a main clause, or we can say that this is a sentence. Now switching to subordinate, here the same example I have given. He loves. Now he here is the subject and loves here is the verb. But in order to make it meaningful, it has to depend upon some other sentence, right? So as I already written, when I become angry. Now, in order to make a complete sense, this sentence has to depend upon another sentence to give us a complete thought. So that's why it is known as subordinate clause. Okay. So we have discussed about main clause and subordinate clause. Okay, that's all for today. Okay, so in the next class I will be talking about different types of dependent clause. All right, different types of dependent clause. There are 3 types of dependent clause. You also do some research. Okay, and I will be giving you an assignment. So till then, take care and stay safe.